What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent week. The weather in New Jersey is in the 60s, which is nice. Day 2 of the legal tampering period, and it is going to be very interesting as there are a lot of intriguing options available to the New York Jets. They wrapped up day 1 signing Andre Cisco, safety from the Jacksonville Jaguars. This was announced during our live stream last night. I wasn't very familiar with them, but after doing some research, you like what you see. You know, he's turning 25 years old. Big hitter, he's a ball hawk, a ranging safety. And the ball hawk thing is really important because this is something the Jets defense in the back end has been desperately missing. Guys that can fly around, make big plays, and give your defense momentum and get the ball back to the offense. So, 1 year, $10 million, kids from Syracuse, he has a big following apparently. Like I said, I wasn't familiar with them. The one thing with situations like this, when you have a kid that's turning 25 years old and he has that low risk, high reward potential, I wish it was at least a 2-year deal. If he lights it up this year, you have him next year, then you worry about the contract. But going forward, as the Jets revamp their secondary, you're curious if they sign another safety because it seems like the free agent market right now is like top heavy with defense. And there's a lot of good safeties out there. I know they tender Tony Adams, but you have the likes of Justin Reed, Julian Blackmon, Mike Hilton, a lot of guys. One guy, who am I forgetting? Oh, Javon Holland. Ian loves Javon Holland. He's been campaigning for them. So I'm curious if they go that route. In terms of defensive tackle, I mean, kind of slim pickings. A lot of big names went yesterday. I know that Levi's still available from the Lions, and you got to figure there's ties with Aaron Glenn there. Linebacker, we'll see what happens to Quincy Williams. Do they restructure his contract? Do they keep him around? And then you look at my biggest concern going forward, other than that, is playmakers on offense. And the wide receiver market, again, is kind of top heavy with older, pricier veterans. You have your Amari Cooper, Brandon Cook, Stephon Diggs, and you wonder if they want to come to the Jets in terms of just not having the big prolific passing quarterback, new offense, and most likely not contending for a Super Bowl. So if they want to win and make a lot of money, the Jets aren't their solution. So then you figure everybody's kind of saying Tim Patrick to the Jets, but he's not really a legit guy. I mean, he's like a fourth option. To me, Rondale Moore, who's really young, it's always been an intriguing player, is dealing with some injuries. Then you have a lot of slim pickings, man, where it's like, DJ Chark and Tyler Boyd and Tyler Lockett's interesting, but you don't know who they choose for their offense to complement Garrett Wilson, and it kind of makes you wonder if they're going to make wide receiver a priority in the draft. In terms of the tight end position, Juwan Johnson, as of this video, hasn't been signed yet. Tyler Conklin, again, is a former Jet, not signed yet. And you figure the market is that scarce, they're probably going to get a lot of money. You want to put a premium on blocking as well. But the interesting thing with tight end group is there's 2 guys you could actually trade for. Dallas Goedert, more of a veteran guy, not a high producer, but quality player. And then Michael Mayer with the Raiders, who was young, high draft pick. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I love him, can block and catch. He had some issues last year, but with Brock Bowers, he's definitely expendable. Available, and you figure that the compensation may not be all that much. His contract is crazy affordable. And then offensive line, they need a right tackle, and everybody keeps mentioning Jedrick Wills, who's interesting, dealt with injuries, played left tackle, moving back to right tackle. Some interesting things about how his desire to play the game, which was kind of concerning, but if you can get him like on an incentive-laden deal, that would work. But then after that, right tackle is kind of a concern where you kind of figure if you don't get it now, you get it in the draft. But you don't want to push everything to the draft. You need depth. And this is where Darren Muji's got to earn his paycheck, is all these mid-tier free agents. You got to get all your depth, your swing guys, all these guys where you get your most bang for your buck, because you can't always spend big to get your guys that are contributors. You got to get the lower tier guys as well that can actually work. And that was an area where Joe Douglas failed. So, interesting day. I'm sure by the time I post this video, a couple of these guys will already be gone. But that's free agency. Talk to you guys later.